Well, first of all, just have the utmost respect for Illinois State and Coach Gillespie. I mean, they are a premier team in this league. And, when we first got in the league, kind of looked at them to see this is where we need to be and we need to be able to compete with them. One of the top mid-major programs in the country. And so we earmarked this as a huge game for us because we are trying to see what steps that we need to take to be a champion in this league. And so for us to come out and play this well today against them, really means a lot to us because I think that this shows the growth of Murray State women's basketball when we can play teams like that well.
First quarter, that's as bad as y'all looked all year, and then in the second quarter may have been the best y'all looked. How'd that turn around so fast?
Very stagnant start. Shots weren't going in. We couldn't really get the pace. Everything was kind of knotted up. Really didn't get anything going like we wanted to, and we just talked to the kids about just keep playing, and then the lid popped off. Especially in the second half, some of the best ball movement we've had all year, some of the best defense we've had all year, getting out, finding people, just the extra pass, and then defensively, I thought we were really good. And that's one thing that people really don't pay a whole lot of attention to because the amount of points we give up. But our defense was a little bit behind, even in the non-conference, because we practiced so much on the pace of the offense. That's all we focused on, pace, pace, pace. But now that we've had time to stop and teach and watch a lot of film and spend a lot of development time on our defense, I think our defense deserves a little bit more credit. Our kids get after it. We put people in positions that they don't necessarily want to be in, and I thought our kids played extremely hard. We have a thing that we say, we don't expect perfection. We just expect perfect effort. And I think our kids gave that today.
I'm gonna talk about your defense. Second quarter, I thought this is where it really turned around. I don't know how many turnovers y'all forced on them, but y'all got them totally out of their game, I thought.
Somebody told me we had 55 points off turnovers in second chance. I mean, that's huge. And, with Hannah and Ava at the top of the press, and then you have Bria and whatever other guards up there, when we get that first initial trap, their whole possession is off balance. I can't give our bigs enough credit for what they do at the top of that press. And our rotations and our peels out of traps were exceptional today. And I just think, like I said, we're not perfect, but the effort is there. And they're talking and they're communicating, they're working together, and very seldom are things not covered. Now, we give up open shots and open threes at times, obviously, that everybody sees. But the majority of the time, we cover it up and we make them take tough shots.
You've been talking about these national rankings, scoring lead, bench points. You like that. What about a 35-point win over Illinois State? What's that going to do as far as the conference, you think? They're going to be looking at Murray, Kentucky and say, what's going on here?
Well, maybe. But I tell you what, we just move on to the next one. We have 7 of 9 on the road coming up, which is unbelievable and really unheard of in conference play, to be honest. But that's the hand we've been dealt. So we've got to get ready to be road warriors. We've got to figure out how to make sure that we maintain this passion and energy and pace on the road. It's not easy to win on the road in this conference. So, we've been fortunate to start 3 games at home. The crowds have been outstanding. The energy in the building has been unbelievable, and our kids have fed off of it. We're going to have to find a way to find energy and create energy on the road. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that. But, you just chalk this up to a great day for us. We shot the ball extremely well. But we've got to continue to work and continue to get better because the next challenge is right there ahead of us.
Caitlin Young, Coach. Caitlin Young had 2 points at halftime and you were up 30. Is that something that the staff even looks at that point and is like, I don't want to say like how is this happening, but you look at that and you say, wow, we can actually maybe in a situation where Caitlin is so focused on defensively that the rest of the offense can open up that way?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I made the statement in the locker room, and I meant this. We play last year's style. Caitlin has 7 points against this team, we lose. But that was why the system was born, is because she gets so much attention. And we had to figure out a way to speed things up, quantity of shots, pressure, just pace, possessions, all the analytical stuff that we try to do. But it just opened things up for everybody else to make plays. It's hard to score in the half court against set defense. Transition defense is the hardest defense to play. And so we utilize that and we go fast and we've got kids that are just free and understand that they have the green light to do what they do, whether it's shoot it, drive it, whatever they do well. So we put them in the best position possible to be successful. And Caitlin's so selfless that, she's okay with that. She'll just continue to play defense and rebound while other people are scoring. And that's when your best player is as humble as she is, then you're able to do what we do.
Coach, here's something else I was noticing. Y'all's ball movement I thought was great. Y'all were getting good shots early. They just weren't going in. Y'all could have made this even more ridiculous. But now I see 21 assists on 34 made baskets. Coach Prome's real big on this. I think the 21, that kind of, it's justified.
Yeah, I mean, and that's who this team is. I mean, they give up a good shot for a great shot. Great ball movement, great penetration kickouts. Our post players do a great job of kicking it out. Offensive rebounds, kicking out to three. It's just a great combination when you have kids that want to win and they don't care who gets the credit. So 21 assists is huge, but it just goes to show that our players are in it for the right reason. They're not about themselves. It's totally we over me.
I wanted to follow up just about that selflessness because you had so much spread in scoring. But Hannah McKay was terrific the first half. Riley, of course, helped opening that up. But when Trinity White, who is maybe 8, 9, 10 down the roster as far as minutes and time and expectation, when you get 18 points from her, and really half of that came when it was still trying to push that lead, what does that do for your team, and what is your expectation of someone like Trinity White?
Well, she just really starting to get it. And, we could see the evolution of her being more comfortable in our offense, being more comfortable in our defense. And we started seeing that evolution at the beginning of conference play. And so her time has picked up, her shifts have picked up, and she's taken advantage of the opportunity. What you saw her do today is what we've known she could do all along. We just needed to wait for it to click. But hopefully now that she has that confidence, she understands what she can bring to us, just gives us so much more depth and just gives us so much more scoring. That we're knowing she can come off the bench also and get us major points in the minutes that she gets.
Would you have thought in a million years y'all would outdo Illinois State 23-3 in second chance points?
That's part of
that's their bread and butter.
It's the part of the system. Rebounding is part of it. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding is part of it. And I thought our kids were relentless on the glass today. I thought it was some of the best effort that we've seen out of our team. But they're excited, they're hungry, they want to continue to do well, and it's just the energy and the effort's just great. And rebounding's all about that. Rebounding's not about skill or size; it's about heart. And I thought our kids just continue to go after everything today on the glass.
My last question, I was just curious, Illinois State, Neil and I talked about this last night, Illinois State's defense, 31% from three on the season, one of the best in the MVC. They had been holding teams to 66 points. They played a pretty tough schedule. What were maybe the marker board moments of these are the things that we have to do to score 90 plus to keep that trend going? What were the things that had to happen to make sure that this was a key victory for you guys?
It's just about possessions. It's about, try to get 100 possessions, you try to get 80 shots. We didn't get to the free throw line very much, but we got up, 36 threes today. Ultimately, when you start this, you want 43s, 42s. It's never going to work out that way. The formula is what it is, and free throws will substitute shots. So you're going to make sure that you get to your shot total either by your attempts or from your free throws. But today, we were just playing so well and moving the ball so well that we just got opportunity after opportunity at the three-point line. When you make 16 threes, you should win. And I said, if we ever shoot the ball well, watch out. And we shot the ball well today. If we could continue that, but that's not going to happen every time. And that's why the quantity of shots is because we don't have to be as efficient. The more shots you take, the less you have to make to get to your totals. And so today, threes were really huge. But maybe next Thursday, we're not making those. But we just got to continue to press up, continue the pace, get to our numbers analytically, and continue to score 90-plus points a game.